as a post. Anyway, that's where I dumped the shit, because that's where you made your dunghill.
God
Even
grant you
though
health.
I begged you not to. I'd like a beer. You know
Whatever. Oh well. Now just this.
Hey, where's that big...
Good day to you.
What's new in the city?
Have you spoken to our executioner? Hinek, his name is. He said he was looking for a blacksmith. But what decent person would go near him?
And where can I find him?
His house is beyond the town, on the road to Sedlets. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper.
Hope it lasts.
There.
Hey! Stop fighting! Just you, eh?
Stop beating him! That's a madman. Why did you do it?
You should have fucking stayed out of it!
God bless you.
Now you're in trouble.
Whoa!
It was him who told me.
Lord be with you.
I've been told you're looking for a blacksmith.
Aye, I'd like a new sword, but aren't you put off by me?
Work is work, isn't it?
And coin is coin, even if given by an unclean hand.
And why do you want a new sword, anyway? Are people here so stiff-necked that you broke the old one?
No, it just brings me nothing but bad luck. Ever since that bloody botched execution in Ratai.
What execution?
In Ratai. They invited me to do a job there recently, but it went sideways. First the rope broke, then a bloke condemned to torture died as soon as I touched him, and it took me 5 slashes to behead the last one. Since then, I've been really down on my luck, and I'm bloody sick of it. So I thought I could have a new sword made to bring me good luck.
And very bad luck to your customers.
Stop joking around and listen. When I was a lad, my father used to tell me about lucky charms. I want you to use them to make me a sword, understand?
So what do you want me to make the sword from? I can forge a lot of things, but don't expect me to weave a scabbard of four-leaf clovers.
Don't worry, I've got it all figured out. I've chosen 4 charms that shouldn't be difficult to use. First is a bezoar. You could put it in the pommel. Then a horseshoe, which could be forged into a crossguard, but that won't be easy to find. Next is a hangman's noose. You could use it as a wrap. And finally, a hareskin, which you can use to cover the scabbard.
All right, I'll do it. I've already worked with a gravedigger, once even with a knacker. The executioner will be a nice addition to my collection.
You won't regret it, you'll see. So like I said, you'll need a bezoar, a hair pelt, a hangman's noose, and a lucky horseshoe.
You should have a lot of used hanging rope around, right?
What would I be saving it for? But I did hang this cheating gambler recently. Ha! Get it? His noose must be even luckier than one from a regular fella.
Oh, aye. Ending up hanged is a real stroke of luck. So where's this fella hanging?
That's the thing. Nowhere. They buried him outside the cemetery wall in Loretz.
Oh, that's fucked then.
Not quite. Lennox the gravedigger is terribly superstitious. He'd never take the noose off the neck of a hangman. He's afraid of them. All you need to do is sneak over there and dig up the corpse.
All right. That doesn't sound difficult or dangerous at all.
It's very well paid, though.
What's with the horseshoe, then? I could easily forge one myself and then use it for the sword.
No, I need a magical horseshoe, straight from the hoof of a ghost horse.
Damn it. I had 6 of those, but I just threw them out.
Just laugh, you twit, but you won't be laughing long. Have you seen the big burnt-out forest between Old Kuttner and Grund? They say that at night a huge, spectral, pitch-black horse runs through there, and the clinking of its horseshoes wakes the dead. And you're going to bring me one of those horseshoes, and you'll use it when forging the sword. Got it?
Do you seriously expect me to be wandering through a charred forest at midnight looking for some apparition?
If you want this job, then yes.
All right. But I hope when I come back empty-handed, you'll think up something more reasonable. Bezoar? What is that? Some kind of stone, I gather.
Exactly. A stone that cures poisoning and brings good luck. Sometimes you can find it in the stomachs of animals, but don't go poaching any deer, or you'll end up being my next customer. You'd be better off buying it from a herbalist.
Getting a hareskin shouldn't be too difficult.
Of course not. You just hit the hair behind the ears, or ask some tanner to sell you one.
So I'll find the noose by the cemetery. The pelt and the bezoar can simply be bought or obtained from animals. And the horseshoe, well, I'll be chasing ghosts for that one. I think I know everything I need.
I knew we'd make a deal, and here's something for you. Think of it as a down payment. I'd help you with the other stuff too, but considering my luck, I reckon it wouldn't be a good idea.
Thanks. And don't worry, the sword will be so exquisite, people will be lining up for execution.
I can't wait to see that. Well, sir.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing here? Who are you? Speak!
Shut your trap and get lost. Or else.
You don't scare me. You get lost or I'll...
What are you doing here?
Me? What about you? What do you want?
Easy, mate. It seems we're both here for the same reason. I need something from the hanged fella.
What would that be?
That's none of your business.
It is my business. Tell me, or I'll slit your throat.
What part of that's none of your business didn't you understand?
Stay back. Fine. You asked for it. Now you're gonna get... My God! It's a slaughterhouse! Fuck! I'm not up to this! Ah! Ah! No!
Quick! They say the spectral horse appears here at midnight. Well, we'll see. God's wounds. The horse. It really is here. And it looks like it wants me to follow it. Whoa! So this is where the horse led me. That poor dead soul must be his master. Even in death, he didn't want to leave him. A horseshoe from the ghost horse. Exactly like the executioner wanted me to get. Well, almost exactly. What an odd horseshoe. Might be worth foraging a whole set.
hold up.
What a day.
Christ, pardon me.
House is all creaky, and I keep getting splinters from it.
Nowhere. I made it myself. You?
Hear ye! Hear ye! The city council has decided to help King City sell it to the...
I'd like to do... Huh. You see?
It's already cooled down. It's cold. I should hop over to the forge. And that's that. Bloody hell. I'm overheating it. I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good.
What? You can't be here.
It's almost finished.
I've
Fine.
plenty of time to find
Now
you.
to temper it.
You can't be here. Well, are you going? Away with you! Get moving! Get going! Right now!
Pictures, fine pictures. Just come and take us.
Are you blind?
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow.
Lord be with you.
I'm here, Master Executioner. And I brought something for you.
Is that the sword? And did you use the bezoar, the horseshoe, all of it?
Exactly as you wanted. Things were a bit different with the horseshoe, but that's a long story. So, what do you think? Do you like the sword?
It's gorgeous. Even better than I imagined it would be. I can feel bad luck leaving me just looking at it. Now all that's left to do is to cut you with it.
What? Look, if you don't have the coin to pay, we can arrange something else.
No, you fool. Executioners' swords have a strange power. They thirst for blood. It's in their nature, but they only ever taste each man's blood once. So if you cut yourself with the sword, and it tastes even a single drop of your blood, it will stop thirsting for it forever, and you'll never be executed with the same sword.
Do you really believe that?
You don't have to believe it. All that matters is whether you want to risk it.
Fine. Cut me then. But be quick about it so we're done with it.
Better than it being done with you.
So now I can really do whatever I want, and nothing will happen to me.
Well, I certainly won't be the one to behead you,
Great.
but I might be the one to hang you.
You know what? Just cut me before I change my mind.
Excuse me. What are you poking around that door for, eh? Get out!
Hey, do you want to raise horses?
Good thing you spoke up. I'm looking for someone like that right now.
You are in the right place. Because I am not just some ordinary horse trader, you know? I am Mikolai, and with my horse Tooth, I organize horse races in this region. As a proper lovari, I make sure it is a challenge for both riders and horses. But we are missing a proper challenger. We cannot find a single decent rider anywhere around here. Even Bibrek, the best human rider, is afraid of me.
Who is that Bibrek?
He is a human who claims he's not human. But he can shoot. I do admit that. When I started to organize races, he came up with his own archery ones, and happily wagers on them. But never mind him. We, Lovari, are more than happy to outsmart the likes of him in trade.
What does that mean, that you're lovery?
Ask our horses about that. They will tell you how a proper Lovari cares for them.
Well, I can't speak with horses. At least not sober.
A pity. Folks who understand them can trade them properly, maybe even sell them for a good price. They are almost as clever as people. If Tooth happened to outlive me, he could easily organize these races on his own. What about you and your horse?
He's simply a partner. A friend and a helper. Rather like a dog.
That is how it should be. But not everyone understands that. And Bibrek least of all.
All right, but how about these races? How do they go?
Every challenger must first bow to Zamur. I tell you, he was a hell of a rider. People will talk about him until Judgment Day. There is an altar in his name in the woods nearby. If you do not say a prayer there, your horse will throw you before the race even starts.
I better not skip that then.
I will take you there. Shall we go?
Wait a moment. I'd rather speak with Bibrek first. You said he organizes archery contests?
Yes, yes. But you will see yourself, it is not worth it.
Oh, you poop.
Hey lad, have you ever tried shooting from the saddle? It is better than just riding around.
I'm glad you spoke up. I'm looking for some riding competitions. I spoke with Mikolai, and he said you're in charge of something like that here.
Daban horse. I am Bibrek.
Henry.
I'm glad to meet anyone who wants to honor the long tradition of mounted archery. Bow, crossbow, arrow, bolt, horse. A steady hand and sharp eyes. You gallop, you shoot. Targets fall and the groschen pile up. There aren't many these days who would challenge me and my mare first of 1,000. The Cubans are lazy, and Mick from the Nomads is just the same.
Why do the Cumans bother you? Aren't you one yourself by any chance?
I am Yassian. And my horse first of 1,000 is Kengri.
What's Yassian?
You see, we Yassians are something like bulls and Cumans, Mordvins, Skipchaks, and Seljuks too. Those are sheep. But you must know that. After all, you have already had the honor of dealing with that Vasco's band.
So you're like quarreling neighbors. How did you ever end up here?
The Lord of the Heavens, Stangry, put me in his bow and shot me westward.
And why?
So I might spread his renown in mounted archery here, of course. So, what do you shoot with then?
A bow.
Nice. But between us, do not let Nikolai get his hands on it, or he will poke his eye out.
Nikolai wasn't too thrilled about you either.
He's a decent enough rider, and that is about the only good thing I can say about him. Well, at least he's not a Cuman.
All right, but what about the race? How does it work here?
One thing at a time. There is an altar in the woods over there that I built to the great Yassian marksman, Karachin. Every rider must bow to it before the competition. That is our custom. So, what do you say? Shall we go?
Hold off on that, all right?
Suit yourself.
What was it you said I had to do so I can ride in the race?
Bow at the altar of the marksman Karachin. Then you can go and saddle your horse in peace.
Let's go to the altar.
Follow me. Here it is. Karachin's altar in all its splendor.
So, what should I do then? Is a bow enough, or should I pray as well?
You need not pray, but repeat after me. May this altar belonging to Karachin, the greatest archer of the Yassian tribe, be in this land an everlasting reminder of his glory on earth and in the power of God.
Damn it, Bibrek! Užarava zhoj oda zkušeného.
Do not interrupt, Nikolai. And get lost while you're at it.
I'm not going anywhere. And you stay here too.
What's the matter? Did something happen?
I built this altar here. It is Karachin's grave!
You only claim it after I dedicated it to Zamur. Before that, you did not care about it.
I dug up 4 arrowheads here, a harness and a kinjal. It is clear.
I heard Zamur spirits hammering horseshoes here. And in the morning, I found scattered coal.
I scattered it myself to drive away evil forces from Karachin's grave, you fool.
One more word and... Look around. Only dark, dangerous woods everywhere. But the spirit of Zamur protects us. In camp, on the road, and during races. Reason enough for him to have this altar.
So that is why you're holding your races up there. You fear the woods, so you would rather run your horse across a field. This is the grave of Yassian war leader and warrior. The god Tengri must have guided him this far. This altar belongs to him. Every arrow loose that hits its mark is in his honor.
Only you are shooting at straw dummies and targets stuck together with manner. Oh, mighty warrior.
You see, I'm training. For the likes of you.
Fellas.
Sorry, Henry. This has nothing to do with you.
But this is actually useful for us. Let him decide whom the altar rightfully belongs to.
So tell us, Henry, which is better? Straight up honest horse racing, or hoofing around shooting at targets?
I'll give you hoofing around. Mounted archery is a noble art. So?
Well, firing a bow from the saddle is surely more difficult, and also more useful.
So you see? Everyone with sense knows that shooting is better than racing.
Sarkames, ale o oltaris hinle zamureskero.
Listen, I see it matters a lot to both of you. But you can't keep quarreling forever.
Ask around the camp. Everyone will tell you the altar is mine.
Not a chance. Everyone knows I was the one who built this altar.
But you haven't asked anyone yourselves, have you?
Why bother? There is no judge here who would understand.
Then I shall decide. What do you say?
What do you think? He's not one of us.
But since we already have you here, Henry...
You'll probably not find anyone better.
I saw you drinking with the Cumans, so perhaps you will truly be impartial.
And who would he side with anyway? You are more Cuman than I am.
Perhaps you are right. He helped reconcile Marika with Arwaida. Perhaps he will help me now.
He did it for the money anyway. Do not read anything into it. So, how shall we do this then?
You and I shall prepare a few challenges for Henry, so he understands what is at stake. If he manages both, we shall accept his judgment.
Very well. Whatever judgment he delivers about the altar afterwards, I shall accept it.
So I'm to try both racing and mounted archery, and whichever I enjoy more will take precedence.
The spirit of Zamur will make sure you lean toward the racing.
As soon as you hit the first target, you will feel Karachin's blessing.
So, which will you start with?
First, I would...
Mounted archery, of course. While the horse is still fresh.
Pashtu ograjcha banjola, usomele hakerava. We are starting with the race.
I said it first.
First. Ah.
So, where shall I begin? So what exactly is mounted archery like? What do I need to know?
Before you ride your first race, you must know at least the basic rules. Otherwise you would feel like a foal having kumis poured over its head. We ride up above the camp, where I have set up a circle. I pace it all out myself, so the paths are narrow and the horses can only manage a canter. They are afraid to go faster. Do not try it anyway. You cannot really shoot properly at a gallop because you need your hands free. If you do not want to guide the horse yourself, let it follow the path. It will find the right route on its own.
What can I shoot with?
A bow or a small crossbow. I will always give you a bit of ammunition at the start. We have 3 types of targets, each with different points. Different courses have different scoring systems. On each of them you compete against the points I scored there.
How do I know which way to go?
The course you will ride is always marked. If you still get lost, just leave the route to your horse and focus on shooting.
Anything else?
You have limited time to score points, so do not stop anywhere. If you miss something, you miss it. Just ride on. If you finish before time runs out, you get 5 bonus points. Anything else you would like to know?
Give me a tip on how to make sure I win.
Keep an eye on how much ammo you have at the start, so you do not run out halfway through. And use the stuff I give you, so you are not wasting your own.
I'd like to ride a shooting course.
I do not see any weapon on your back that is used for shooting around here. First get yourself a bow. Farewell.
I'd like to...
I am ready. First, you will ride the course I call Torque. It is more than enough to get acquainted with mounted archery. It is not particularly difficult and it is fairly long, so you will have plenty of time to try everything. It just goes in a loop, so let your horse follow the path. It will leave your hands free for shooting. To win, you only need to match my number of points. If you shoot more, so much the better for you. For starters, I will waive the bets as well. That is what a good soul I am.
All right, let's get to it.
Aamu jön a tömeg, és bökjön felfelé hüvelykujjával. Áldozzunk a legkiválóbb tejjel! Dicsérjük a csodás paripákat! Henry's ready. Hold on!
Yeah! 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 Ach, die Wolle! Where did it go? Ooh, yeah! Nice! Sacra!
I knew it! Yeah!
What have you found,
Leandro.
So, how did it turn out?
You have conquered the first course. I knew you would manage it. Though Korachin's spirit must have helped you a bit. For the second challenge, you will ride a different course. I think I might already know which one. Do you want to ride some more?
Hang the targets, and off we go.
For the second challenge, you could try Huntskull. It is not much harder than the first one, but its shape is a bit different. Halfway through, it crosses the center of the loop. If you let him, your horse will find the right path on his own. I will allow you the same or higher point total than I have on that course. And do not worry about wagers just yet.
I'm curious to see how this goes.
Legyen ez a ló páratlan! Legyen gyors a csikója! Vágjon gyorsan az esze! The rider is in position. Ready?
Yeah, yeah! Three in a row. Curva! Yeah! God! Ah! God damn it! Ah! Whoa! Whoa!
Brilliant!
It is over! Are you coming?
All right. Tell me.
If I counted correctly, you have now finished the second test. You improve with every hit. Only the third and final challenge remains for you. Since you are already here, will you ride?
Hang the targets, and off we go.
Now the third and last course awaits you. You are already doing better than the most seasoned Cuman. You deserve a real challenge. I will set up the course I call Wineskin.
Oh. And which way does it lead?
That I will not tell you. But do not worry. There are still markers. We will not bet on it. And again, I will accept either your win or matching my points. If you manage it, you are done.
Let's do it then.
Legyen ez a ló páratlan! Legyen gyors a csikója! Vágjon gyorsan az esze! Henry's ready. Hold on!
Down it goes. Hit! 3 in a row. I've got you. Almost. Take that. One, two, three.
Largesse!
Oh.
I knew it! Yeah!
Excellent!
Tekalikarkiano parnoiandro.
Perfect!
All right. Tell me.
Do not play dumb. The third course is conquered, and if Karachin were alive, he would deem you his equal. I look at you that way too, so I shall trust your word in the altar dispute.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
You have enough skill now to try other courses and difficulty levels too, and make sure you place a wager next time. Drop by.
I'll bear that in mind. Thanks.
Takarojinen.
My God, these furry mutts.
Kai just goro. Soro desu.
What do you have for sale? I've done Bibrek's archery challenges, but that's probably not enough to settle your quarrel, is it?
It certainly is not. If you thought you could wriggle out of the racing, forget it. I would rather assume you saved the best for last. Is that not right?
Of course. Should we race?
We dragged you into it anyway. But first, I will tell you how things work around here. So you do not whine later that you had no idea what is what.
You're right. So how do these races work then? What do I need to know?
First, you should know these races are a bit different from the one you run against Tibor. You lost the bet as well, so listen more carefully to this. Once a day, up above the camp, 4 fellas meet and arrange a race. We have a small spot, right next to Bibrek's circuit. Each race starts and finishes there. Then race checkpoints are set up around the area, depending on which course is chosen. They are placed in spots the locals know. Though these local names are tough for outsiders. Places like Zeleov or Tachovitz, not to mention all those ponds.
What do the checkpoints look like?
There are 2 poles with flags, next to which there is a fire pit. Smoke rises from it, and someone usually stands by it. The trick is to figure out the best path from one to the next, and so on until the finish. You can ride through the forest, weave between trees and rocky slopes, or stick to firm roads and make your journey longer.
It'd be an advantage to know the countryside well.
Do not worry. Some local lads managed to get lost a few steps from their own birthplaces. You can decide for yourself how tough you want it to be. But take care. The best riders here know the land inside out and are not afraid to take shortcuts at the gallop. Anything else you want to know?
How does the race difficulty work?
You can choose from 3 levels. An easy race is for less experienced riders and slower horses. A difficult race is for those born in the saddle, riding the fastest beasts. And the middle one is somewhere between those two.
Do you have any advice?
For the race, leave only a bridle and saddle on your horse and have decent horseshoes. Even the fastest horse is useless when its legs get tangled in its stack. If you forget anything, drop by and we will go over it. But now, we are off.
What am I facing now?
The first challenge is just a simple warm-up race. Just so you see how it goes and get a feel for how to handle the horse.
Where are we going?
To Semin. There is a little pond across the road from the fortress. Once the race starts, you ride east. Go round the pond on the right through the checkpoint, then drive your horse straight back towards me. We will do it without bets this time. But the fellas will not go easy on you. Vrasajan prekalo dreszli. Grastane pora pezlijan sarobanderi. Prachos jalopre. Ready?
Go!
God!
Now just to get back.
Quick!
There! Gotta catch her breath.
What's up, Butch?
He's really
He's
pushing
really
that ride.
pushing that horse.
This one... The others are still riding. Wait a moment. My word.
How did things go with the race?
You came first. Congratulations. But that was just a little warm-up ride. To let the horse get used to it, you know? The second race is going to be a proper event with all the bells and whistles. We do not have to wait all day this time. We can just go again if you fancy.
Why not? I'm already here.
Like I said, now you will be going for the real race. Still without bets, though. You will be passing 3 checkpoints. The first one is by that Semin pond, which you already know. Then you will continue east to the Zhar homestead, and finally you will head northwest to Zheleyov. The last checkpoint is right on the village green, so be careful not to run anyone over. Then get back west to us, straight to the finish line. Are you keeping up?
Pond, then east, then northwest, and west to the finish.
Watch out for the livestock grazing in the fields. Do not head out on the horse and come back on a cow. Let us ride. First place or nothing. Vrasajan prekalo dreszli. Grastane pora pezlijan sarobanderi. Prachos jalopre. We set off at the horn.
Come on! Faster!
Faster!
To the next one! Ka! Quick! We can do it! Go! Go! To the finishing line! Just a bit further. Go! Finally! The finish! Whew. That was something, eh?
The others are still racing. Wait for them. My word.
How did things go with the race?
A second victory for you. And that was a proper racing event. Good job. I reckon I know which course you will do last. We do not have to wait all day this time. We can just go again if you fancy.
Call them and let's go.
Let us do this. I have figured out the final challenge. There will be 4 checkpoints this time. Quiet the road. Still with no bets.
Let's hear it.
The first checkpoint is on the green in Zheleyov, which you know already. You will head northeast from the start, out of the village, and carry on that way. The second checkpoint is not far from the quarry, below that twin-tower castle on the hill. Then you will head south to the Troskowitz graveyard. Once you have passed that checkpoint, keep going south to the greengrocer's farm in Slatego. Then go west from Slatego straight to the finish line.
So that's twice northeast, twice south, then west for the finish.
Finish first, and I will accept your word in the dispute. Without Zamor's favor, you will not stand a chance anyway. Let us set off. Vrasajan prekalo dreszli, grastane pora pezlijan sarobanderi, prachos jalopre. Prepare yourselves.
Yeah!
Quick! Now, where's the next one? Quick! Go! Which way now? Go! Hang in there! Come on! Quick! Go! I'm back again. Quick! Go! Just a bit further. Quick!
He's really pushing.
Yeah! Phew!
My humble respects.
Not everyone has reached the finish yet.
All right.
My word.
So, how did I do?
First place! It was a joy to watch, I tell you. You have covered 3 laps now, so you know what it is like racing with Zamur at your side. I take your word as equal to a true Lovaris.
I'm glad to hear it.
If you want to try again, feel free to drop by. But I will be taking bets and only letting you ride once a day, so the horse is not run into the ground. You will have more routes to choose from, and I will put the region's best riders up against you. There is plenty to look forward to.
I've completed the challenges for both you and Bibrek, and you both said you'd abide by my word.
Come on then. We will settle it at the altar, so Zamur's spirit can hear it straight away.
Just you wait. All right, let's get to it. You trust me to judge fairly and end this dispute. I've conscientiously completed both of your challenges, and I must say, me and my horse had a great time.
Fine, we understand, but what about the altar?
Well, who does it belong to?
I reckon it's...
Wait! If you decide in my favor, I will teach you a riding technique you cannot learn anywhere else.
Ha! I have something even better. Agree with me and I will teach you my secret archery trick.
You think I can't judge fairly? Suit yourselves. Tell me about your technique, Mikolai.
My father taught me this trick, and I will gladly pass it on to you. I will teach you how to read the terrain and roads. If anyone waits around the bend, they will not catch you off guard.
And now you, Bibrek. Tell me about your trick.
My grandfather taught me this technique, and I would appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I will teach you how to hold your seat properly, so you get the best draw on your bow and give your arrows more power.
So, that's that.
Let me help you a bit more with this decision. Say the altar belongs to Karachin, and you will get his chanfrein. I need not tell you what a rarity that is.
What good is chanfrein? The horse can hardly see the road in it. Henry, if the altar goes to Zamur, I will give you his bridle. It will make your horse fly like the wind.
You two are quite a pair. But let's not spend 3 days over this. My final decision. The altar shall from this day forth and forever belong to... both of them. To Zamur and to Karachin.
What?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
The wisest possible decision. There was no other way, or you'd just keep on bickering forever. You know, as I looked more closely at Mikolai's fences, Bibrek's targets, and finally that altar of yours, it is like your marks on this region. Something that wasn't here before, that you brought with you. Both of you must miss your homeland, your people and your traditions. No wonder that here in a foreign land, you want to create your own piece of home, well, at least until you leave for somewhere else. The altar, the pennants in the fields, and the targets along the roads will remain here for some time. Even after you're gone. But look at yourselves. A fella might think you're like brothers. Or 2 cockerels on one dung pile.
Brothers? For your information, Zamur had only one son, and that is me.
I knew it. I knew Zamur was not some famed horseman.
Oh yes, he was. But he also happened to be my father, so there.
If my grandfather Karachin heard you, he would laugh himself off his horse. Though it would be for the first and last time.
I knew Karachin had to be some relation of yours. So, there you have it, Henry. Still insist on that decision?
I kind of suspected there was something more personal to it. My decision stands. The altar should belong to both of you, your horses, and your contests. Is it really such a terrible compromise?
It is not.
But since you act like you know both of us so well...
Then you surely know our horses too.
I got mine from my father as a shivering foal.
And I got mine from my grandfather. He recognized a good horse even when his sight was failing.
So, tell us their names.
First of 1,000 and Tooth.
Right on target. Though he mostly calls his horse Dund. That is in their tongue.
You call your mare something else as well. I cannot even pronounce it. Too many,
So you do have something in common.
Grandfather Korochin would likely be pleased if we made peace.
Father Zamur must have been tired of all these constant quarrels too. So, what about these rewards now?
I believe I'm entitled to rewards from both of you, am I not? You both hold the altar.
Very well. As a proper Yas, I keep my word.
And I too, as a proper Lavari.
That should do it. Do you need anything else?
We need to decorate the altar a bit more.
I definitely want to put this arrowhead there. And the coal for evil forces.
I shall bring racing horseshoes. Umarikli.
And the jug of kumis.
I hope you've got enough space there.
Never you mind. Should there be any dispute, we know who will judge us again.
All right, I'll leave you to it for now. See ya.
Show me.
Such a gajo. And he still outsmarted us. Did he not?
Indeed. I never thought he would recall the names.
First of 1,000. Really is a lovely name.
Hey, listen. If you ever need help with those races, just say the word.
Thanks. If you ever need baskets or straw for targets, feel free to drop by our place.
The race?
Why not? This, the cow.
How much?
I will own.
Let up. Legend as a legend. Fuck you. Ready? Hold on.
Hey! Hey! One, two, three.